Hey there, traders and investors. It's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap. Today's a recap for Friday, April 23rd. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing the stock MindMed. It had some news about uplisting to the NASDAQ. There wasn't a whole lot of other news, and it being Friday, going to keep this video a little shorter. Going to do the MJ video and the broader market all in one. But before we do, make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel. So the MindMed stock was up huge today, up over 60% on news that it's going to be uplisting to the NASDAQ. That's going to commence on Tuesday, April 27th under the symbol MNMD, and they will continue to list on the NEO exchange under MMED ticker symbol as well. We'll also put some timestamps in the description below. And moving on to the crypto space, so we had quite the sell-off. Bitcoin lost 50,000, but we have since regained it after SPY coming off new all-time highs. But if we can close above EMA 12 here on the weekly at 51,000, that will be a save by the bulls, but we are seeing some significant weakness in Bitcoin. We've been saying for a while now that Bitcoin has been extremely bearish. We lost the daily inside bar. We broke it bearish. We had a double bottom there at 51,300. We lost that. Then we tested weekly support at 50,300. We lost that too. Then we tested 50,000 psychological, and we lost that as well. Lost the EMA 12 for the first time since back in the summertime, since below $10,000. And we're also losing $50,000 for the first time since March. So we could be heading to EMA 26 here, down around 40,000. If that were to occur, I would expect that to have a negative impact on the rest of the altcoins as well. But we knew to be watching out for some bearish momentum as we had lower highs and lower lows on the RSI and higher highs and higher lows on the price, which means we had bearish RSI divergence on the weekly. And we just reached a point where we eventually ran out of buyers, and we're starting to see some significant downside, and that was off some significant bear volume as well after the Biden tax hike news came out yesterday. So taking a look at SPY, not really much to report here other than just another V-shape into another all-time high. Pretty much been the theme of 2020 and 2021, and we held EMA 12 on the daily. We knew we were looking for a daily high or low, and this could be at this point a daily bull flag. And we'll see, we did confirm the break of resistance, so we'll want to see follow through into next week. But taking a look at the weekly time frame, not an all-time high weekly close. We closed last week at 417.26. This week we closed at 416.74. So we are waiting a little bit here. It's time to start being cautious. We did have some profit taking into the end of the day there, but that was to be expected after we saw that huge bounce on the hourly without any hourly higher lows from all the way down at 411. So that was to be expected. It's possible hourly bull flag at this point into next week. So moving on to the Mind Medicine chart, what a move on MMED. Congrats to the MindMed bulls. We saw a huge bounce today after coming off a daily downtrend. We are now bouncing on the daily. We had a daily inside bar that broke bullish. There's no way you could have known because it was just an absolute moonshot. And this was after daily oversold. I added this to my long-term portfolio a few days ago. The plan was to start scaling in around 250, and we had a weekly bear flag that confirmed, and we didn't see a whole lot of follow through, but just fighting the FOMO, I had a position at about 80 cents, and then I sold it a little over $1, and we hit a high of 647. So I was fighting the FOMO for the last few months, and I added a position around 260. I think it was 260, 263, and then was going to scale in multiple orders, but I was looking to scale in and I was going to allocate a little bit more capital, but that's just the way things work sometimes. There's no way we could have known that this news was dropping. So at least got some skin in the game, but entered off of daily oversold conditions. We broke that inside bar bullish. And once again, congrats to the bulls. That was a huge move. We have a lack of resistance now up until 546. Still no hourly high or low though, so we need to be cautious. As soon as we lose the low of the previous hourly candle, hourly consolidation will be underway, and I wouldn't be surprised if we dropped 10, 20, 30% from these current levels. As if we could drop from here, we could drop 39% thereabouts and still just be looking for an hourly high or low. So close near the high of the day, extremely bullish close. And this is a name that I am extremely bullish on for the long term. Taking a look at the weekly chart, so we did cross bullish on the stochastic. MACD is curling, is yet to cross bullish, but it's on its way. We closed above the 10-week moving average at 297. On the weekly moving averages, we never lost the weekly moving averages. So when I was looking at that daily oversold opportunity for an entry, I noticed that we still hadn't lost the weekly moving averages, which in my opinion is extremely bullish. On the daily moving averages, we did lose the 50 and the 100, but we're back above the 50. So we are back in bullish territories there. Moving on to Hexo and the Canadian cannabis space. So taking a look at the bull and bear list, we had Labs, the only one in the red today. NSP, CanTrust, and RIV leading the bull list, but a lot of names still yet to get over that EMA 12 on the daily. Let's just take a look at a few names. So ACB getting over its EMA 12, APHA still yet to cross its EMA 12, CGC yet to test it as well, Hexo yet to test it, Tilray still hasn't tested it yet either, OGI getting close but not yet, SNDL not yet either, with a daily inside bar on watch. Things are tightening up and we can expect a break very, very soon. Taking a look at MSOS, so MSOS daily inside bar yet to break EMA 12 as well. So it's all about EMA 12 going into next week. What bulls want to see is as big of a bounce as possible, break this inside bar bullish, see a big of a bounce as possible, and then allow enough room for a higher low and a higher high, which would change the daily trend, set some weekly temporary bottoms, and then we can be looking up to the recent highs and potentially shift the momentum back to the bulls. As long as the overall broader market doesn't see a significant sell-off, we may be positioned okay. We just need MJ to act as a laggard to the overall broader market. So with that, going to end it there. Thanks so much for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you next week after market close on Monday. Take care, everybody, and have a great weekend.